Okay, YouTube, we're back with video 2 of the Stormy interview. I had to give Stormy enough time to regain her composure. She got very emotional talking about homelessness in Broward County and how the county and how the city is lying to the public, saying that they're actually helping homeless people, but the county and the city is doing nothing but stealing federal funding, public donations and private donations. So Stormy has regained composure. I'm going to continue asking Stormy questions about her journey of homelessness in the city of Fort Lauderdale and Broward County. Okay, Stormy, so I'm going to ask you some more questions regarding your journey on homelessness in the city of Fort Lauderdale and Broward County. So you were explaining to me how, you know, the city and the county left you and a whole bunch of other homeless people to freeze pretty much to death on the nights that it gets cold or during the hurricanes or wherever you want to put it. You know, they basically leave people out in the dirt and say, here's the sidewalk, guys, here's the sidewalk that you can have homeless people. I can't make this up. And since the city of Fort Lauderdale and Broward County made it seem like I was crazy and I was lying about them receiving all this federal funding and not helping the homeless and not giving housing, this is what needs to be done. I'm going to start interviewing all the homeless people in Broward County so they can get their story out. So Stormy, you know, you basically told me that they have not helped you, but they got your personal information in order to get federal funding. Okay, now a lot of people don't know what I'm talking about. Stormy knows what I'm talking about, and I know what I'm talking about. This is a whole Ponzi scheme that cities and counties across America are doing. They're getting a lot of government funding because they're nonprofit organizations. Stormy, I got a question regarding nonprofits. Have you been seeing a lot of nonprofit organizations popping up?
There are a lot here.
There are a lot of nonprofits. And these nonprofits, would you say that they target out the homeless?
Yes.
And would you say these nonprofits, you make it seem like they're going to help you? Do the nonprofits also get your personal information?
Yes.
They get your name and your social, correct?
Your ID.
Your ID, they get your ID. So what Stormy is basically telling me is the nonprofits are getting people's IDs, their name and their social security numbers, saying that they're going to help the homeless in order to get the federal funding. Go ahead, Stormy.
They only offer food and they only offer showers.
Stormy's saying they only offer food and showers, but they don't offer housing. Is that correct?
You got to stay on the sidewalk.
You got to stay on. Let's repeat that, Stormy.
You have to stay on the sidewalk even if you've never been homeless before.
So they make you sleep on the concrete?
Yeah, with no shelter.
So how does this make your body feel when you're sleeping on the concrete?
My knees are messed up right now. My back is hurting. I'm 54, but I'm feeling like an older woman now.
Okay. So
yeah.
Would you say you've experienced a lot of medical issues from them having you sleep on concrete?
Yeah, I'm already disabled and get a check. I have lymphedema. I have only the use of my right arm. I mean, like, it's really horrific to stay out here at my age on the sidewalk, and there's people older than me too.
Okay. Do you see any rats and raccoons while you're sleeping on the sidewalk? Explain that to the public. When you're sleeping on the sidewalk, what else you have to deal with?
Rats, raccoons at night, you know. I try to put something over my head, sleep in a chair sometime, you know, but whatever the outside elements are is what the elements that we're dealing with.
So are you telling me that while you're sleeping on the sidewalk, rats are running across your head? So you're telling me the city of Fort Lauderdale and Broward County has you sleeping in these conditions?
They don't want you to have a tent or anything on the sidewalk.
So you're telling me that they refuse to allow the homeless to have a tent, but they would rather the homeless to sleep on the sidewalk with rats and raccoons? Do you see feces on the sidewalk when you're sleeping? Feces and urine?
Everything outside with this nastiness is what we have to deal with, and there's nothing that we can do about it. I've never been homeless like this before. They have to sleep on the street and have not even no shelter. I think it's cruel. I think it's cruel and messed up.
Okay. So you two, we're gonna conclude this video. You've heard Stormy's story. I'm gonna add to this. What we are dealing with, YouTube, is a county and a city that's receiving a massive amount of government funding for the homeless. However, they will not use the money for housing. They're pocketing the money that's meant for the homeless. At the high level, they're pocketing the money. Okay? We're standing in front of City Hall. This is Fort Lauderdale City Hall. This is City Hall. And, you know, come here for a minute, Stormy. Come here. So you do realize this is your City Hall right here, correct?
Yeah.
You realize that?
Yeah.
This is City Hall, and this is who's supposed to be taking care of the homeless. City Hall and the County of Broward. Okay? They have homeless people, as you just heard Stormy admit, sleeping in urine, sleeping in feces, sleeping on the sidewalk, not allowing homeless to have tents. This is the city of Fort Lauderdale. This is Broward County, and this is a real homeless person. This is a real homeless person, not what Broward County is lying to you about. Broward County and the city of Fort Lauderdale is lying. This is a real homeless person. They're lying about helping homeless people. This is a homeless person that's told you her story. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go ahead and set her up a GoFundMe page so you, the public, can donate to Stormy personally. Food. Stormy needs food. She needs clothes.
Sneakers.
She needs all her hygiene essentials that the city of Fort Lauderdale is not providing. And most of all, she needs housing. Stormy needs housing. Okay? This is what the city of Fort Lauderdale and Broward County is getting all this money for. Broward County and the city of Fort Lauderdale hasn't done anything for the homeless. Just because you feed the homeless, that doesn't mean you're actually providing real solutions. The problem is homelessness. Homelessness means you are without a home. And Broward County and the city of Fort Lauderdale have been lying for decades now about what they're doing with the money. So it's my job as the underground media to record and put the stories out there under my First Amendment constitutional rights. I'm helping the homeless out by getting the story out there. We're going to make Stormy a GoFundMe page, and you guys can donate to her directly. By the way, guys, churches are involved in this scam. Okay, that's another thing, Stormy. Come back over here. That's another thing. We're going to start on video number 3. We're going to ask her questions regarding churches on whether religious organizations have helped her as a homeless person. We're going to start on video 3. Bear with me, guys.